It's package time once again on the Casting Shadows blog. This package coming from the Dice Shop online. Small packet, as you can see. But this small packet came open, which was a bit of a heart starter because this is not an inexpensive item. But, a quick tap on the envelope and I knew that everything was okay. Everything was inside. The dice are shipped in a clamshell protective case. And I didn't pay a lot for shipping. And if you'll note, this was shipped on the 7th of March, and I got it on the 17th of March, which I think is really quite reasonable for something coming from the UK. So, this video is going to have a lot of positive things to say and some negative things to say. I'm not a big fan of this envelope, for one thing. It's not very heavily padded, and it opened in transit. There isn't a lot of communication. You don't get a receipt with your order. You just get this note that, hey, thanks for buying. It's nice to get a thank you note, and it's nice to have the choking hazard sign and whatnot. I have no complaints about the quality of this packaging. I like that all the dice inside are individually wrapped. I like that everything is spelled out on the case. But I've ordered from this company before. What I've ordered is Kyanite, or a kind of tiger's eye. It's a mineral. Looks like this in its natural state, Kyanite. It's got two spellings that you can find online, one with the A and one without. I think the one with the A is correct, but on the Dice Online shop, it's spelled without. Now, like I said, I ordered these Kyanite dice many months ago, and I received it in just as timely a fashion. I ordered extra D6s, as is my habit. And the D6s, the extra D6s that I ordered, were this mineral, this Kyanite mineral. But the dice set was something else entirely, something that I believe to be Obsidian. Now, this was okay with me because I was planning to order the Obsidian in the future. I wanted to get the Kyanite first. So it just kind of reversed my plans a little bit. They're similarly priced. Wasn't a big deal. However, I sent them a note and never got a response. Not of any kind. That made me wonder if I was going to order from them again. But in the interim, several of my friends have tried it. They've had good results. So I thought, well, I really did want those Kyanite dice. So I went ahead and ordered them. And in the, leave a special note section of the order form, I left another note mentioning the problem and requesting care. Now this time, they took the care and I got what I ordered. You can see that it's a semi-translucent stone. You can see how its position in relation to the light source will radically change its color. Sometimes they look black, sometimes they look purple. And now on video, you're seeing kind of a brownish mottled distortion, but you don't see this with the naked eye. It's really kind of interesting. So if I turn the die like this is what I'm looking at on the 17 face. It looks just like this. But on camera, we get a different view. But as you can see, as I turn the die around, it turns a variety of different shades of purple, goes completely opaque or whatnot. So here's the whole line. This is just one set, and I'll pair it up with my extra D6s later when I get home. And just where it's sitting on the desk determines how much light is passing through and how much purple you see. And the shape of the die matters as well. You can see they're well matched in size, and the colors and font of the numbers make them very bold, very easy to read and striking. I'm quite taken by the design of the dice, and we'll notice the same thing in the Obsidian later on in the video. So here they are, and you can again see, look at the D4. You can see some sort of brownish line passing through it. I can just barely see that with the naked eye. It's very obvious in the camera, and it's an interesting light effect from the lower edge of the D4. Turn it and it vanishes. So each position that the dice are in give them an entirely new look, and this is exactly what I was hoping for when I ordered the dice. There's just something about the way this looks that really appeals to me. Now these are very heavy, very solid seeming dice. I don't know if I would roll them on a wood surface that I'd want to protect. It's not quite like heavy metal dice. And the edges are polished and rounded. They have a very highly polished feel to them when you hold them. but at the same time, I think maybe they would damage the finish of a wood table that you might want to protect, so a dice tray might be necessary. This part of the video was taken at home, and again, under a different light source, the dice look different. Here are the two D6s I ordered in the previous order, and although there's a warning on the site saying, be careful, dice may not match because they'll come from different source material, I got lucky and they match quite nicely. Now behind them on the black fabric is the Obsidian set, and we're moving into it now as we take a look at the original D6s that I ordered. And you can see how highly reflective the Obsidian dice are compared to the Kyanite, which is more of a glossy or satin look to it. Now putting the three dice together, you can see what a nice match they are for each other. Held separately with the light coming at them differently, they don't quite look the same, but putting them together in the same situation, they do. Now here is the Obsidian set. Now I mentioned they were reflective. I wasn't kidding. And these are quite dramatic in their own way. They are kind of a flat black, and with the reflection, it almost takes on a chrome or a gray look to them. They're highly, highly polished, but exactly the same design and size as the Kyanite dice. They feel slightly heavier to the hand, although that sort of thing is quite subjective. Now, these two different sets of dice are available in the same section of the Dice Shop Online's website. They're in the semi-precious stones category. Sometimes they're available, sometimes they're not, that kind of thing. Once you have ordered from the Dice Shop, you'll be opting into receiving a lot of email from them about what is currently in stock. And they do seem to take having pretty much any dice you might want in stock very seriously. There have been times where the only place to get certain types of dice has been that location, such as if you're looking for game science dice and are having difficulty finding them, there are probably at least some left at the Dice Shop Online. And as stocks of Ubiquity dice are getting low, they have had the last stocks that I could find, although some of my friends have been buying them up. Your mileage will vary there. Anyway, I hope this overview of these two sets of dice has been of interest. Thanks for watching.